And here we are. Okay. Good afternoon, Niles. And thanks for tuning in this afternoon for Niles Voice of Business. This live stream features interviews with local business owners, professionals, and village representatives to provide resources and insights for the businesses and community of Niles. So today we are speaking with Jill Andrews, independent rep of Cabi. Jill, welcome.
Thanks, Alicia. Happy to be here.
Thanks for joining us. So first we're going to start with what is Cabi? Because I'll be honest, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know, is it a dog food? What is it?
Yeah. Is it a lift service? Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, Cabi, it's a women's clothing company. It started 19 years ago when a designer by the name of Carol Anderson, that's what Cabi actually stands for. It's Carol Anderson by invitation.
Oh,
if you ever wonder, that's what it is. And she just wanted to change the shopping experience for women. And if you're a woman, you know, you've all been there where you're at the department store or wherever, and you're in a dressing room and you've got your pile of clothes and you have horrible lighting on you. And you think, oh my gosh, now I need to go have like a facelift, liposuction. Well, it just brings out your worst features ever. And then if you need help, there's nobody there to help you. And boy, that was 19 years ago. So we all know that the customer service has gone down greatly since then. So she just had this vision and she said, I wonder if there's a market to bring women together in somebody's homes, and they gather their friends with a stylist and they do a little stylist presentation. They help each other get dressed. You know, friends will be honest and say, oh, that does not look good on you. Try this. So she just thought it would be a much more pleasant way to shop. And so she started with 10 of her best friends who are our founders to this day, and started doing this, just reaching out to their friends and having home shows. And now it's grown 19 years later. It's going strong. We've got over 3,500 reps. And we're also in Canada and the UK.
Oh, so, that's wonderful. Yeah. So how did you get started with Cabi?
Well, I was actually a guest at a show at my friend's house. And it was a Thursday night, and all of a sudden, you know, we're having snacks, we're talking, we're drinking wine, we're looking at clothes are start coming off and everybody's dressing everybody. And I was dressing myself and then saying, oh, you should try this, you should try this. And the stylist said to me, you know, you should think about doing this. And I thought, oh gosh, no, I've got 4 kids. I'm not doing that. But then I kind of went home and the wheels were spinning because I've always loved fashion. My background was, you know, I had been home for a number of years with my kids, but I had been at corporate telecom at MCI. I sold telecom for 10 years. Okay. So I thought, oh gosh, I don't know. But it was just rang with me. And she said, just come to this meeting. And it was at a point where my youngest was in kindergarten. And I thought, you know, it would be nice to be able to pull in some extra income. So I went to one meeting and I kind of, after that, I just dove in. And I thought, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But 9 years later, here we sit. So it was a good call. Yeah.
So you have really grown with Cabi in those 9 years.
Absolutely.
So as you mentioned, you have kids, you've got a busy family. How has Cabi fit into your life?
Well, I think that's what I love about Cabi, because when I thought about going back to my corporate job with 4 kids, I thought, oh no, I don't think I can do that again. But Cabi it's flexible. And the thing I love about it is I'm my own boss. I say when the store is open and when the store is closed. And I also have a huge support system, though, of a big corporation behind me, even though they're not a big corporation. So I've got a home office. They're located in Long Beach, California. And they are there to support us all the way with technology and social media and ways to reach out and network. And I also we are in groups of teams. And so my team is all over the country, and we get on Zoom calls together and we meet and we talk and we bounce ideas off of each other. So we really help each other. So it's not only that I've met so many great people as my clients, but I have so many great people that I've met and that I work with that are so inspiring. So that's really fun. But I do think it's just a business that can ebb and flow with your life. I mean, we have people that are hand surgeons. She's a pediatric hand surgeon. She was our rookie of the year 2 years ago. We've got people can do it as a side gig, as a side hustle, or you can make it the only thing you're doing besides life. So yeah, I think it's great because it allows you to put as a woman first things first. And so for me, that's my family now. And as my kids are getting older, I have more time to put into it than I did when I started 9 years ago. That being said, I still have a son who's a sophomore, who's a hockey player. In a good year, not this year, there's about 80 games a year. And I don't like to miss any games because I know how fast it goes. And with this job, I don't have to. So we have a saying at Cabi that says, you know what, life happens, and this job allows you to put the first things first. So you can still work hard and have that career, but you can still, be a mom or have another job or do whatever you need to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know COVID changed everyone's business, and if I recall right, Women in Business did a virtual show with you, one of the first virtual shows you did. And I know things have changed a lot since then. So tell us how COVID changed your business.
Yeah, well, that's a great question. And like you said, it changed everybody's business. But, for Cabi, we're all about gathering people in person. That was our secret sauce. And it still is our secret sauce. And we hope to get back that way someday. And I know we will. And I think it's coming sooner than later. But because of that, we had to reinvent ourselves. And luckily for us, our home office had been working on a platform, which is like Zoom, but it's our own platform. It's called Front Row. And it's called Front Row because you have a front row at a fashion show. So instead of us doing it live in person, we still have a hostess who invites all our friends, and it looks like a Zoom call, and they're watching the show, and they can say, oh, I like the top, I like the bottom, or I like the whole outfit as they're watching these. And then I'm interjecting. They can talk to each other. They can talk to me. At the end, everything they've favorited goes into a favorite pile for them. So it makes it very easy to go back and say, oh, this caught my eye. This caught my eye. Now, what do I really want? And then they can call me back and we can do a one-on-one or whatever. So it was just finding other ways to reach people. And there was a lot of good that came out of that too. Like, I know there's always the silver linings, but the great thing is the hostess does not have to clean her house. She doesn't have to buy wine. She doesn't have to buy snacks. You can show up in your sweatpants, which you could anyways, with your makeup and your hair on top of your head and in your bathrobe. Nobody cares. And it also was a way for us to reach clients who had moved anyway. Life happens, like we said, and kids get older and people move to a different state or across the country. And we were starting to lose those clients. And it was a way to bring them back. So, it really does have its advantages, but that's really what we've had to do. And also we've found different ways to be able to sell to you as well. So
I love to hear the stories about how a business learned from COVID and the things that you're going to keep doing. That, we've learned things, we've learned lessons, and some of them are good. And so while we can't wait to get back in touch with each other in person, physically, some of these things that we've learned are just going to make our businesses stronger, right?
So, yeah, they're not going to go away, which is good. It's just, then it's going to make us more, robust.
There we go. And so that leads me to my next question, which is, has your business remained robust throughout the past year?
You know what? I definitely took a hit. I think all stylists did, especially when the world first closed down and we thought, oh no. And you, like I said, life happens. All of a sudden all my kids were back and my husband working from home and myself. So there was those immediate family changes, and then think, how am I going to keep this business going? And, so like I said, we had the Front Row, which really helped. And I think, Zoom just became a new norm for all of us. And I believe, it was interesting because nobody bought anything at the beginning. And they thought, oh no, I'm not going anywhere. I don't know what's going on. I certainly don't need any more clothes. And then it became, I think people just wanted a little package of sunshine at their door, so we have what we call Cabi addicts, where they buy their whole wardrobe from us and then they're done. I see them twice a year. That's it. They still bought. They bought a lot less, but they bought. So we kept those relationships going. And then also, I think a lot of people, with the work world having to go on Zoom, they said, all our seeing is the waist up. So I need some new blouses. So we called it upperwear. And we definitely sold a lot more blouses than we did bottoms, for sure. And the other piece was everybody was home and was cleaning out their closet. And so they would call and say, okay, I cleaned every closet out and now I have nothing to wear. So help. So fun ways to keep it going. And then we also sold a lot more. We do gift certificates. So with closed down and malls not open, we get husbands going, okay, the birthday's still coming and the anniversary's still coming. so they could buy a gift certificate and then let them shop online.
Nice.
Yeah. So you find ways, like I say.
Nice. So my next question we've already talked about. How can someone purchase from you?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked that question. So one is to do a virtual show, like we talked about, Front Row.
Okay.
The other one is we've always have done and continue to do personal appointments. So we just make them safe, whatever they're comfortable with. We'll wear a mask, whatever they want to do. You can also do what we call 2+U. So we want our hostesses to still get their benefits. And what a show is in Cabi world is 2 purchasing guests with a hostess. So if Alicia, you said, oh, I want to do a show, and you bring Mary and Sue to me, Mary and Sue order, then you are my hostess, and we'll take their orders and bunch them together, and you will get the hostess benefits from that. And there's a way to expand that. If you don't, I've done up to 3 people, whatever people are comfortable with. But you can also tack on a Zoom show and get your friends from farther away. So to build your benefits. So Front Row, that also something new we started this year, which is again a way we kind of pivoted, was our boutique in a bag. And so you can go on to our app, which I'll talk about, or my website, and you can pick out your favorites, and then I can see what they are once you put them in your favorite category. And you contact me, I'll bag them up, I'll leave them at your door. So it's totally contactless. Then you can see and touch the fabrics, because that's a lot of it too. It may not be your size that I have in a sample, but you can see, oh, I don't like this fabric, or I do love this fabric and I just need a smaller size. And then you can call and ask me with questions, and I usually leave those for 24 to 48 hours. So you can try them on by yourself.
That's nice.
Yeah. So that's who doesn't want a store brought to your doorstep?
Right? Yeah.
Great. I think, again, that's something that's not going to go away either. We're all busy. And so, if you don't have time and you just like, I'm going to do this Tuesday night when I'm home. So to do it. And then there's also our app, which I touched upon, which is called Cabi Tap. And you can download that, and that'll ask you to fill out a little questionnaire about your style and things like that. And what's great, our clients love this app because it'll show you, if you purchased from Cabi before or you're just starting, it'll show you everything you purchased. So say you purchased a sweater last fall, and you can click on a hanger, and it'll show you that sweater, and you click on the sweater and it'll show you things from my current line that go together with the thing you bought. So it just kind of extends the life of the closet you already have. Like it's Garanimals, if you remember those from back when you were little. So that's Cabi Tap, and you can also order directly from that. And then, like I said, my store is open and closed according to my calendar, but I'm always open 24/7 on my website, which you have listed here, which is jillian.cabionline.com.
Yeah.
And you can also go in there and put in favorites and then talk to me about, ask questions about that, or I want to do boutique in a bag. Can you drop it at my house? So lots of ways.
Excellent. Yeah, lots of ways. And what I am wearing right now is Cabi.
Yes, you are a good girl.
Jill walked into my office wearing this. Oh gosh. Well, it was more than a year ago now, so maybe it was a year and a half ago. And I did purchase this at our virtual show, so that was fun.
We sure did.
Anything else that we
should know on the virtual show, Alicia? Yeah, I said, girls, you got to hang with me because. But that's what this pandemic was all about, is helping each other out. And I just said up front, we may have mistakes and glitches, but here we go.
Well, and you know what? We tried not to cancel anything with the chamber, right? And if I'm remembering correctly, the virtual show was like in April. So we hadn't been closed down more than 2 weeks.
No, it was a turnaround.
I remember somebody saying, well, let's just cancel. Let's put it off a couple months. And I said, you know what? We don't know how long this is going to be. Let's just do this. And you did a great job.
It was fun.
So we like to wrap up with your favorite place to eat in Niles.
Oh, goodness. And I have to be honest, I haven't eaten. Like I said, we joined and then COVID happened. I joined the chamber and COVID happened. So I've been to 2 places, and I know one was D'Agostino's with all you.
Yes.
And it was the best time. Remember, it was so cold out, but we sat outside and there was a fireplace. I loved it, even though it was covered in tarps, so it was perfect because it was blocking the wind, and we had heat lamps, and we had a beautiful fire behind us, and I thought the food was fabulous. So I loved it. And then we went to the brewery.
Yes, Unane.
Onane. See, I knew I would pronounce that wrong.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I did not eat food there, so I can't comment food, but I had a fabulous beer or two, and I loved it. And I loved that setting too. So,
And yeah, NNA has done a really nice job, and their inside is open now, and they have a gorgeous enclosed tent now. And so
perfect.
you'll have to come back, and we'll
I
do
gotta
that
come
again
back.
soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to try more. And I like you said, I think we're all craving that, personal getting together instead of.
It's going to be warm soon, and it'll be safe to be outside at least.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, Jill, thanks so much for joining us today. And Niles, we will see you next week.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.